What's up everyone? I'm going to be doing a review of the Stylecraft Mythic. Got it right here. I've had this clipper for I think about 2 months and I've been using it as my main clipper. And I wanted to share my thoughts about this clipper. I'm going to start off with the main features that are advertised for it. The main feature is has a magnetic motor as opposed to most cordless clippers which are rotary. And it has an all metal body build. As you can see here, this is all metal, pretty heavy duty, pretty heavy, but feels nice in the hand. It uses the wall guard system, so any of the wall premium guards or Babylus guards should work with it. It comes with double magnetic guards, which I didn't use. I don't like them. I like guards that are color coded, so I can see which guard I'm using really quickly. So I use those fake wall premium guards that you can find off eBay and things like that. It has a fusion blade, as you can see over there. This blade's good. It's like kind of between a taper blade and a fade blade. Honestly, it feels like just like a fade blade to me. I mean, it's a good blade. It's not as good at taking out the bald lines to me as the wall fade blade. So like this is a wall senior, or yeah, this is a wall senior. This is a caliper fade blade, it's very. It's just like the still blade of the caliber is very similar to the wall still blade. I just changed it because I like the color black more. But yeah, this fade blade is a little easier to take out the bald line with, as opposed to this blade, which is the fusion blade. You can see it's a little bit different over here, and like this, you can see a little different. Another feature is you see the click lever over here. Okay, and then it has the ability to you have the ability to take out the click and put a stretch bracket, which would make it like free flowing, like kind of like this. It wouldn't, there's no clicks. And then the stretch bracket, which you could put on, would make it open like the Andis Masters, which when you open the Andis Master, it goes to a full one open, as opposed to a half about. So you can kind of skip the 0.5 guard or the 0 guard on the Andis system. Whenever I use the Andis Master, I never really use the 0 guard. The other pro is your ability to switch out the blade to a wall blade, as well as an Andis blade, but that's kind of also a con. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. Okay, let me get into all my cons now. So, as advertised, this is a wall system. So the wall guards do work fine, but when I tried putting a wall magic clip blade, so like the stagger tooth blade, I was able to get it on, but there's a little plastic piece you put in there, and that plastic piece did not. It wasn't like there's a little bit of tolerances there, where it would fit, but there was too much space around it, so it would rattle a lot. Whenever I put it on, it was way too loud. It was unbearably loud, to be honest. So I had to go back to this blade. I also tried switching to the what's it called, the Andis blade, and I had an issue with that. I had to buy the screws first of all, which didn't come with the thing, which was kind of annoying. So I had to buy the Andis screws separately. When I put the blade on, the Andis steel blade, it wouldn't tighten all the way. So the steel blade, so like this blade right here, would rattle. So, and it would move. Like if I just pushed it with my finger hard enough, it would just move. So I couldn't use it. So I was kind of disappointed about that. Honestly, the main reason I bought it was because the magnetic motor, it's so quiet. But those are cons that, they're advertised as one of the features, and it wasn't a feature for me. What other cons that I have? Here's another one I had was, while this clipper is good, it's powerful, it's not as powerful as a Wall Senior cordless or the Andis Master cordless. Those are just, I think because it has a rotary motor, they're much more powerful. But at the same time, this is not bad. Like, it's not like it wasn't like I wasn't struggling to get through cuts. Like, it was the only other clipper I could compare it to that's weaker than this that I've used was the corded fast feeds. That was like the first clipper I really used, and those clippers had a slower, at least it took me longer to cut hair with those as opposed to these. So like I said, the main pro for me is the magnetic motor, which makes it quiet. So I'll give you a quick sound test between the Wall Senior and the Stylecraft Mythic. I'll put the Stylecraft Mythic on first, and I'm going to put it next to the mic and just try to put both of them in the same spot. Okay, and now here's the Wall Senior. Now, obviously, how it sounds on camera isn't going to be how it sounds in person because of how far I keep it to the microphone and whatnot. But I did try to put both of them in the same spot relative to the microphone. So, in terms of loudness and sound, they should be on scale. You should be able to compare the two, I would think. So let me go through the pros now. The things that I like the most about it, like I mentioned before, the magnetic motor. The build is nice and solid. Feels heavy. I think I would prefer it lighter, but at least it feels solid. So I guess it's kind of a pro and con. It depends on how you like it. I think I would like it if it was lighter, but I think I would take a metal body that's heavier over a plastic body that's light, because the metal body definitely, I think, in my opinion, lowers the noise of the whole clipper because it's kind of insulating the sound in it. So I think that's I'd take the weight for the trade-off of being quieter as well as feeling sturdy in my hand. It never really bogs down, even though it has a magnetic motor. I never had an issue where it would get stuck or anything. It still wasn't as fast as the Wall Senior. I think the Fusion Blade isn't as good. I mentioned earlier it's getting rid of bald lines as the Wall Senior. And then another big pro for me, which is like a must-have for clippers for me, is it has a charging stand. And then I'm gonna go ahead and rank it versus the other clippers I've used in the past. I'm just gonna rank every clipper I've used. If the clipper is not on here, I just haven't used it. So my number one clipper of all time right now is the cordless Wall Senior, and that would be because I think all around it's the best. It's the best at taking out the bald line, and it's the best at taking out bulk. Then second, I would put the Stylecraft Mythic there. Third, I'll put the Andis Cordless Master, which I think has a lot of the same pros as the Wall Senior, but to me it felt a little less powerful. Even though if the numbers say it's more powerful, it felt a little less powerful, and it was just way too loud. That was the issue. It was way too loud. And then the Oster Fast Feed would be last. I mean, I love the Oster Fast Feed. First clipper I used, or really actually used for a significant amount of time. But the problem with that is it cuts so slow, and it was corded. And I'm not comparing it to the cordless Fast Feed. I know that's out now, but in terms of the speed, it just took too long to cut with. So that's my review. Let me know if you have any thoughts. What your experiences with the Stylecraft Mythic. I know the Stylecraft Rebel is like their newest clipper from what I hear, and it looks like it's pretty good. But it's a rotary motor clipper, so I wanted something that I could use while recording conversations, doing a haircut, and I wanted a magnetic clipper that would be a little quieter, wouldn't be as annoying on the mic as a rotary motor clipper. And for that, it's really satisfied what I got it for, as well as I always like to have a second clipper on hand in case you drop one, or in case I drop one, or anything like that stops working mid haircut. Yeah, you always got to have a backup. Anyways, I'm gonna end it now. That's it. Peace.